check whether H1 is equal to identity A, H2 is equal to identity B, H3 is equal to identity C, and last H4 is equal to identity A, B are subgroups of G question mark. So we have given H1 which is identity A, H2 identity B, H3 identity C, and H4 have element identity A and B. So we have to check this is subgroup. So what is the property to check? What is the condition to check subgroups? So H must be non-empty. So here we have at least one element in sets H1, H2, H3 and H4. Therefore H must be non-empty. And second condition, H is subset of G. So G is Klein 4 group. So I will write V4. So H1, H2, H3 and H4 are all subsets of Klein 4 group. So we have to check H1, H2, H3 and H4 forms group itself. So for first I will take H1 solution for first for H1. H1 is equal to what? Identity and A. Will forms composition table of this H1 set. So consider composition table of H1. Consider composition table of H1. So composition table. This is the operation under multiplication. So I will write identity A. So E into E. So what is the property for Klein 4 group? Which is which has 4 element A, B, C, such that A square is equal to B square is equal to C square is equal to identity, and A into B is equal to C. So any two multiplication of any two elements is again third element without identity. So means I take only operation for these three elements. So A, B and C. So multiplication of these two elements which is third element. So E into E identity, E into A into E, A into A square is identity. So here in the dotted table I get values identity and E, so which are again in set H1, means in the dotted table every entries are from set H1. So I write here first condition, every entries from dotted table is from H1. Therefore so every entries are in the set H, means for closeness property I take any two elements from set that set, and they are under binary operation star new element again in that set, then we say that H1 is H1 forms H1 is closed under binary operation star. So we say H1 is closed under composition. Now next condition, since composition is associative in V4, since composition is associative in Klein 4 group, therefore it is associative in H1. Therefore it is associative in H1. Therefore associativity exists. Third one is existence of identity element. So here E is the identity element in H1. So third condition, since for each element in H1 there exists E belongs to H1 is an identity element. So E is the identity element. So third condition, existence of inverse. So for every element, suppose E has inverse E, because what is the property for existence of inverse? For all A belongs to G, there exists B belongs to G such that A star B is equal to identity. So star, here operation is multiplication, so I will write A into B is equal to identity, means so here I get identity, means E into E is equal to identity. So inverse element of E is E, and again here identity element, so A into A is equal to identity, means inverse of A should be A. So last condition is for every element in H1 there exists identity element. For what are the elements in the sets? So elements are in set have element identity and A. So and what is the inverse of element? What is the identity? What is the inverse of element E? E into E is equal to identity, means element E has inverse E, and here A into A is equal to identity. So what is the property? A into B is equal to identity. Then what we say that here? So what is the value of B? B is equal to E into A inverse. So B is equal to A inverse. Inverse means A into A inverse is equal to identity, right? So what is the value of B? B is equal to A inverse. So inverse element of A is A. So identity element has inverse element E and A has inverse A. So all four properties satisfied. Therefore H1 forms a group itself. Therefore H1 forms group itself. Therefore H1 is subgroup of Klein 4 group V4. So this is the first. Similarly, we can solve by using composition table. H2 is subgroup of V4, H3 is subgroup of V4. Now we will check last H4, which is identity A and B are subgroup of V4 or not. So we will check this last example. H4 is subgroup of V4 or not. Now for H3, similar manner you can solve H2 and H3. I will solve H4. So here H4 which is identity A and B. So first we will prepare composition table. So first we will prepare composition table. So here composition table, here this is multiplication operation. So I will write here identity A and B. Here identity A B. So E into A B. So here A square is identity. So inclined for group has property A square identity. A into B is nothing but third element C. B into E B into A C, B into B square identity. So in dotted table, so every entries here C which does not belong to set H4. So what we say here? So closeness property is not satisfied, because here I get A into B which is equal to C, and C is not in our set. So we say that here in dotted table every entries are not from set H4, because C does not belong to H4, which is A identity A B. Therefore closeness property not satisfied. What is closeness property? Or a binary operation means we take any two element from set particular set, and under binary operation star we will get the new element again in same set. But here I take A and B belongs to set H4, then under binary operation multiplication A into B, which is equal to C, which does not belong to what set H4. Therefore closeness property is not satisfied. Therefore H4 not forms group itself. Therefore H4 is not subgroup of client 4 group. Therefore H4 is not subgroup. H4 not subgroup. H4 not subgroup itself. Not sorry, H4 not group itself. Therefore H4 not subgroup of V4. So this is the solution of this set. This is example. So here I have taken H4, which is identity A B, which is not a subgroup of client 4 group. We have proved here. Similarly, we will take another example for permutation group of 3 elements to check subgroups. So example, check whether H1, which is identity psi square, H2, which is identity phi, H3, which is identity phi psi, and H4, which is identity psi phi, are subgroups of S3. We have to check these all are subgroups of S3 or not. So solution. So what is the set S3? S3 has element identity psi square, phi psi phi, such that what is the property? Psi cube is equal to phi square is equal to identity, and psi square phi must be phi psi. So this is the S3 means symmetric group of 3 elements. Now we have to check H1 is subgroup of S3, H2 is subgroup of S3, and H2, S3 and H4 are subgroups of S3 or not. Means here we see that H1, which is identity psi square, which is subset of S3, H2, S3, H4 all are subsets of S3. Now we have to check H1, H2, H3 and H4 forms group itself. If H1, H2, H3, H4 forms group itself, then we say that all the subsets H1, H2, H3 and H4 forms subgroup of S3. Now we will check first H1, which is identity psi square, forms subgroups or not. Now I will prepare composition table again. So first, to prepare composition table, so this is the again multiplication operation. So I will write identity psi square, identity psi square. So here identity into identity into psi, identity into psi square, which is again psi square. So psi into identity psi into psi, which is psi square, psi into psi square, which is psi cube, and psi cube again what? Identity. Next, psi square into identity psi square into psi cube, and psi cube is again identity. So next, psi square into psi square into psi square, which is psi raised to 4. I will write we have psi cube psi raised to 4. I can write it as psi cube into psi, and psi cube, value of psi cube is identity into psi is equal to again psi. So I write psi. So in the dotted table we see that all the entries in the table are from set H1, means H1 is closed under composition operation. So I will write, so every entries, first every entries from dotted table is from H1, therefore H1 is closed under composition, under composition. Next, associativity. For we take any three elements in that set, then associativity exists. That is, I take suppose identity psi square, then belongs to what set S3 or set H1. Then what will I get? Identity into psi square, which is same as identity into psi square. Both value will be same, because identity into psi, suppose I will take LHS, identity into psi square is equal to identity into psi into what psi square, which is psi cube, and psi cube identity. I will take right hand side, identity into psi square, which is equal to, this is identity, and psi into psi square, psi cube, which is identity into identity, which is again identity. Both values same, means associativity in H1 exists. So therefore we say that, therefore second condition, H1 is associative. H1 is associative for any three elements from set H1, which we proved that identity into psi square is equal to identity into psi square. Both values are same. Now for identity element, third condition, since for each element in H1 there exists E belongs to H1 an identity element. So here E is an identity element. Now for inverse, so what are the elements? What are the inverse elements of the H1 set? So fourth, for every element in H1 there exists an inverse element. There exists an inverse element. So what are the elements? So elements in the sets are identity psi square. So identity element is always unique for all elements. But here, what are the elements? What are the inverse element of the? What are the inverse elements of that set? So inverse elements. So elements are identity psi square. So inverse element. So inverse of that element. So inverse of identity. So here I get identity. So E into what element we get identity? So E into E is equal to identity. So inverse element of identity is identity. Now psi, and at which element we multiply psi by which element we multiply to psi, we get identity, which is psi square. So elements psi and whose inverse should be psi square. Now psi square, here is identity. So we multiply psi square by psi, then we get identity. Means we will say that psi is an inverse element of psi square. So inverse element of psi square is psi. So every elements in H1 there exists inverse element, therefore H1 forms group, therefore H1 subgroup of S3, set S3. Similar manner we will check H2, H3 and H4 are subgroups of S3. Example, example, whether 3z under addition is subgroup of z under addition. So we have to check 3z under addition is subgroup of z under addition or not. Here first we have to check 3z is subset of z. Solution. Now here we have 3z is subset of z because z has elements like this. So -3, -2, -1, 0, 1, 2 and 3. So in 3z has element which is multiple of 3. So has elements, so -6, -3, 0, 3, 6 and so on. So 3z is subset of z because in 3z every element are multiple of 3 and in set of integer. So elements like -3, -1, -2, sorry, -3, -2, -1, 0, 1, 2 and so on. So 3z is subset of set of integers. So we have to check 3z forms group itself. If 3z forms group itself, then we say that 3z under addition is subgroup of z under addition. So 3z has element of the type in 3z which is of the form 3 into a such that a belongs to what set of integers. So we have to check 3z under binary operation addition forms group. So to check 3z under addition forms group. Now let's I take any two elements from set 3z, then what will I get? So let x y belongs to 3z such that what are the elements of the type 3z? Thrice a. So x is equal to 3k1 and y is equal to 3k2 belongs to 3z. Then their addition, here operation is addition, x plus y which is equal to 3k1 plus 3k2 which is equal to 3 into k1 plus k2 which is again belongs to 3z. Therefore addition is 3z under addition is closed. So therefore 3z closed under addition operation. Now for next condition, associativity. Since addition is associative in z, so it is associative in thrice z. So addition is associative in z, so we already get it is associative in thrice z. So next, existence of identities. So for each element in 3z there exists 0 is an identity element. So I will write it as, so there is for every elements in set 3z there exists identity 0 belongs to 3z as an identity element. And last case, existence of inverse. So for each x is equal to 3k belongs to 3z, there exists minus 3k belongs to 3z as an inverse element of 3k. Therefore all four properties satisfied. Therefore we say that 3z under addition is group. Therefore 3z under addition is subgroup of z under addition. Therefore here 3z under addition forms group itself. So we say that 3z under addition is subgroup of z under addition. So we have seen the subgroup of we have checked the subgroup. Now in next lecture we will see necessary and sufficient condition for non-empty subset to be a subgroup. Thank you.